Hi, I'm Julie Gizzi. I'm an executive director with the Pampered Chef, and welcome to my kitchen. How many of you love to entertain in the summertime, and you seem to go through the same old when it comes to grilling? Well, today I'm going to teach you a Pampered Chef recipe called jerk nachos. They're called jerk chicken nachos in the original format. We're going to make them vegetarian today and substitute some black beans. It's a recipe designed for the oven, but I find it's delicious on the grill. So let me show you quickly how to put them together. These are my much loved grilling pieces. This is the barbecue roasting pan, and you can see it's a well-loved pan. Guess what? I've never used this. This is actually for a can of soda or beer, and you put your chicken over the top. I've never used that, but I use it all the time for vegetables and kebab types of things, and also things like nachos. So start with your roasting pan. You could use your barbecue pizza pan if you prefer. And you want to put a layer of tortilla chips on there. And to this we're going to go ahead and add some black beans. So I've got a can of drained and rinsed black beans. And then we're going to add some cheese that I've already grated. If you want to make this dairy-free, you can skip the cheese completely for this recipe. So that looks like it's just about enough. And to this we're going to add some jerk rub. Now all of our seasonings are gluten-free, so this is a recipe that's really easy to make gluten-free for anybody who prefers that. I want to get all that seasoning in there. The jerk rub is one of my favorite flavors. It's really different from other seasonings that I've tried, and it's got some spicy and sweet. It smells wonderful. Certainly in this recipe you could substitute a Southwest seasoning if you prefer, but we're going to do it with the jerk rub. Okay, so you dump all your cheese and beans over the top. If you're making the classic version with chicken, it would just have chicken instead of the black beans. I'm going to just spread it evenly. Now here's the magical part. We're going to put this on the grill just until the cheese gets melty, so make sure your grill is kind of low. Takes less than 5 minutes. So we're going to stick it on the grill and make some salsa. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick this on the grill on low for about 5 minutes or so. Set it right in the middle there. It's going to get all melty, and your neighbors are going to think that it smells incredible at your house. We'll be back with some salsa. Okay, so we're going to make a really simple salsa. This salsa is different. There are no tomatoes in it. So we're going to start first with some fresh cilantro. And I love cilantro, so I do a little extra. I'm going to stick it in my manual food processor. I love this for quick, easy jobs. We're going to go ahead and mince that up first. Your manual food processor works best on turbo speed, so make sure you pump it quickly. And I'll show you 2 ways to get your peppers cleaned up. One way is to simply slice off the top, and you'll see the stem comes out. You've got your peppers here, and then you can use our scoop loop to clean the whole thing out. Scrapes it all out, get all the membranes out. It's wonderful, especially if you want to do stuffed peppers, or if you want to use your peppers at a barbecue to fill with mustard, ketchup, and then the green one for relish. And another way is like this. Just use your thumb, pop that middle straight in there, and then break it on open, and you'll see you haven't lost anything. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to quickly chop up our peppers into the manual food processor just to get a salsa started. And we'll come back in just a sec to finish off. Okay, I've got the peppers all prepped. They're in the manual food processor now, so we're just going to pulse this and make a salsa. It's looking good. A little more. See how nice that is? Nice and chopped up. We're going to add a little more of the peppers. The recipe calls for a small red and a small yellow. These were kind of big ones, so we'll add just a little bit more. Perfect. And then we're just going to add some lime juice. So when you're choosing limes, look for ones that have yellow patches on them. That's nature's way of saying that they're kind of juicy inside, and they should feel heavy for their size. I'm going to go ahead and add the juice from this lime in there. And depending on how thick your skin is, you can go cut side up or down. So we're going to go ahead and add that lime juice in there. This was not a particularly juicy lime, unfortunately. Usually you get about 1/4 cup of juice from your lime, so that looks like it'll be enough. I'm gonna mix this up and it'll be ready to go. We'll be right back. All right, the nachos are off the grill. Take a look. They're all melty and the chips are starting to turn a little bit brown on the edges. It almost smells like popcorn actually when it's cooking. So when it comes off, we've got this beautiful salsa, and I did go ahead and add a little bit of the jerk seasoning to the salsa too. Just sprinkle it over the top. And I can tell you that there is such a wow factor with this recipe. It's absolutely delicious. If you want to make it more of a main dish, here's an idea for you. Instead of the tortilla chips, sometimes I'll take some russet potatoes and I'll slice them about 1/2 inch thick or so, and just like little planks. And I'll put them on here and put those on the grill first, just tossed with a touch of oil and some of the jerk seasoning. Once they're tender, then I'll go ahead and add the beans and the cheese and the jerk seasoning, and then we continue with the salsa. So it's almost like a loaded baked potato with a jerk flair to it. To finish this off, in here I have some sour cream with a little bit more of the jerk rub. Turn your bags over the top of your measure-all cups like this. It'll hold your bag firm, and then it's like a piping bag. So I'm just gonna twist it. I'm gonna snip off the tip. And then you can have some fun, make it kind of artistic. Your guests are gonna be amazed at the flavor of this great recipe. Enjoy. So we just made some grilled nachos here just a second ago. What better way to enjoy those grilled nachos than a pitcher of margaritas? I'm gonna show you the easiest margarita recipe I have ever had. So wonderful. You start first with a can of limeade. I love our quick stir pitcher for mixing this up. It makes it super easy. You need a bottle of 7-Up. And then you need a light beer. You can use Corona if you like. I'm using a Stella today. There's a bottle opener right on the side of our professional shears if you didn't know that. Go ahead and just take off your top. A lot of Mexican restaurants will serve this and the beer will come upside down in the big glass, so it's kind of similar if you've had those before. And then you need, some recipes say 12 ounces of tequila. That is way too much for me. I use this 12-ounce container here, and I usually like about 3 ounces. I like it really weak, so I just kind of eyeball it just like that. That's enough. So adjust as you like. And that is it. Mix it all up, serve it over some ice, and these are so delicious. If you're gonna double this recipe, use the bigger pitcher. I did that once and there was so much carbonation it kind of poured over the top, so I'm saving you a mess there. So, coming at you from my kitchen here in Illinois. Thanks for watching. Beer margaritas and jerk black bean nachos. Enjoy your summer grilling season.